This meeting is being recorded.
Hey, I'm Nicholas.
And I'm Chase.
And you're watching Posers Must Die. Yes. So, Chase, you've been under the weather this week and had to miss out on a lot of our usual fun. Are you doing okay?
Not the best, but I'm here. Let's do this.
Okay. So, I had a kind of a news item / speculative thing in the world of metal that I wanted to talk about. There have been a series of recent articles about Kirk Hammett where he has been expressing dissatisfaction with Metallica, like we don't tour enough. And there was another article that says Kirk Hammett doesn't feel challenged by Metallica. And the question that these kind of things lead me to ponder is he planning to leave Metallica? And if that happens, what does that look like? And what would be an ideal fantasy scenario that would be great for all parties involved and fans as well? Do you have any thoughts, Chase?
I didn't hear about this really. So yeah, it's an interesting concept. Yeah. Well, geez, I why would he? Sorry, like you pointed out earlier, I'm not all here. So
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a shock.
Sure, and there has been no
speculation. Yeah.
It's speculation. There's been no announcement, and really, these articles could really. I mean, I think they're from Loudwire or something. So I feel like that's relatively reputable. But a lot of times these headlines are just kind of they are kind of clickbaity. Oh, but
yeah,
I'm not challenged, but I'm very happy with Metallica. But I thought, those headlines, there might be something to it. But to me, I thought, okay, well, what if he decided to go back to the band he started, Exodus?
Oh wow.
I'm sure that Gary, Tom, and company would welcome him with open arms. Would then Exodus shunt Lee Altus back to Heathen, and then maybe that'd be great because then hopefully Heathen would do more touring and stuff. Or would they keep him all, on board as well and do kind of a Yannick Gers thing, like when Adrian Smith came back to Maiden, they didn't fire Yannick. They're just we're gonna have 3 guitar players now.
Deal with it.
Deal with it.
That'd be cool, honestly. But I don't know, man. I haven't felt anything for Metallica for a very long time. So if anything like that were to happen, I'd probably be just happy for Kirk. Just feel yeah, do what makes you happy, man. But
yeah, I mean, but
yeah, go ahead.
I don't really think any of this is terribly likely, but if we're gonna go, fantasy football in the real world of metal, I think that's kind of how that works. I don't know. I don't do sports, but what if then? Dude, this is crazy. What if they then brought Mustaine back into Metallica?
Oh, geez. Oh, God. That's.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know that it could last, but boy, would it be exciting to see some shows. You know what I mean?
The 1 or 2 that they'd be able to pump out before they kill each other.
Well, we'll see. I mean, they go back and forth with, oh, we're cool with Dave now. Oh, no, now we got beef again. So it's volatile, but the speculation is fun.
It is. It can be. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't put a whole lot of stock in these rumors. I think it's just fun to talk about. I mean, speaking of Exodus announced their fall tour, and they're bringing Havoc and Dead Heat and some karate kicking bullshit in tow as support. And but I'm thrilled. We are going to be seeing Exodus.
I love some Havoc too, so that's good.
Yeah, Havoc is excellent. So yeah, that's really cool. I saw a couple of shows this weekend, and I guess I'll just tell you about them.
Yeah, no,
Um, so on Friday, uh, Jason's band, Old Machines, they had their demo release show. The demo is called, where's my notes? Sorry. Backwards Through Space. And you can get that on Bandcamp. This is kind of a preamble that they have a full length in the works. This is great stuff. Old Machines are like, for fans of Bale Sagoth and Nocturnus would be happy with this band. I'll say that. Let me tell you about this show. So because I had another gig to go to the following night, I had to just kind of come in. Okay, I'm going to go in and see like the friends that are playing, get in, get out, and get some rest because I had a metal show the following evening. But so I saw there's a band called In Mortuae who opened. I didn't see them. And Casket Flesh, who are death metal, and a couple of friends, Jesse Elliott and John Grunstein, are in that band. Very cool. And then they were followed by Old Machines, who were dynamite. The vocalist also kind of reminds me of Thomas Lindberg from At the Gates.
At the Gates,
So,
awesome.
so I would call this, it's really keyboardy, okay? I would call this like keyboard-driven melodic death metal, honestly. And it's very good. And so there was a touring act, Larvae, who headlined, obviously. And, well, this was kind of awkward because after Old Machines played, like, the place emptied.
No.
Yeah. And so it was kind of not great for that touring act. But what a way to find out that you're basically a headline level act now. And I think we're going to be seeing Old Machines on festivals. We're going to see them getting, offers like this. Watch them because they are going to be going some places. So check out Old Machines on Bandcamp, and watch out for that band because they're taking flight, man. Very excited for Jason and those guys. That's great,
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, so the show that I went to last night was at the High Water Mark. Stephen and Ben's band Manthus opened. I finally got to see them. Very good traditional metal. Okay. Cool. Our boy Dylan was there, and he kind of surprised me. He says, "Oh, they remind me of Heathen's Rage," which kind of floored me. Heathen's Rage is like really obscure, like U.S. traditional metal. See, you're shaking your head. You don't know. Like, no. I was just reading about them in an old issue of Snake Pit magazine. But this band they've got some stuff, but obscure. So I'm like, bravo on that name drop. And I think musically I could see the comparison. Not so much vocally. I think Ben's voice is very distinct and distinctly not like the guy from Heathen's Rage. But I could see where the composition and things musically is like, oh yeah, it's a decent comparison. So yeah, cool show. There was kind of like an epic power metal or traditional metal band that are local called Memorless, and they are cool. They've got like songs about like the Gore books and like Highlander and stuff. So we're talking like really lots of fantasy, science fiction themes there. They were very cool.
Fun.
And then from LA, the headliners, Stygian Crown, who are an epic doom metal band. Think Candlemass, Solitude Eternus, okay, that kind of stuff. So it's I mean, I just think of that as just heavy metal, but yeah, very cool show. It was a fun night.
Sorry I missed them. They sound like a blast and a half.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, at Constellation, these bands aren't breaking up anytime soon. And Memorialists are local, so you'll get to see them. So are Manthus. So it's gonna be okay, man. There'll be other shows. You're gonna be all right, buddy.
But not those shows.
Yeah. Speaking of some, well, I wasn't speaking of it, but I'll say it. Past shows. One of the guys from Ravine were at the show and chatted with him. Very nice guy. So that was cool. Hi, Justin. Nice meeting you. Um, and yeah, no, so that's very cool. Um, what do we have? Oh, I think I just wanted to get into. I know you're not feeling well, so maybe this won't be like a super long one. Not that we go hella long anyway. But do we have some thoughts on a few current releases, and then I'll talk about maybe some upcoming shows we're going to go to, and then we'll wrap it up for today. Does that sound okay, Chase?
Sounds good.
Okay. Chase, do you have any thoughts on the Kerry King album from Hell I Rise?
No, I don't really have much to say.
Um,
I didn't have a whole lot of thunder in that. It was actually I wasn't feeling well when I was listening to it because I've actually been actively avoiding it because I've been expecting it to suck.
okay.
Yeah, I'll just leave it there because I will start getting mean about it.
It's okay. I have some positives and some negatives about that record.
Okay.
I think it's a decent album, and I think it is. This is going to sound like faint but damning praise, but it's better than the last 5 Slayer albums. But no, in all seriousness, I think that as from a songwriting standpoint, uh, there's something fresh about it. It's definitely sounds like Kerry King, but there's some non-Slayery kind of things going on, or things that you haven't seen from Slayer in a long time. Because frankly, I think that they were writing kind of like easy, weaker stuff because Tom
Yeah.
was like phoning it in for a long time. It's coming
Yeah.
to light. So it's like Slayer was playing live for a long time, but I think they weren't like very much a band in the sense of like, hey, we're 4 guys with a vision, and we're creating this. I think it was like kind of ended up being like really leaning heavy on Kerry, which is like, I think we have feelings about Kerry King. Let's just say.
Yeah.
I'd rather have had Jeff around still, but if I got to choose between the two, I think most people feel that way. But there's some freshness and some interesting ideas there, and it's a decent thrash metal album. I think the real drawback for me is how I have fallen out of love with Mark Osageda and his vocals. I, Death Angel was like a formative thrash metal band for me. They were one of the first ones, like once I got beyond like the really well-known things, the kind of a taste of the underground and going deeper. The Ultraviolence and the other two of their early records were really important to me. But I just I think his voice is really boring. It's not really interesting. It doesn't get me excited. And I think choosing to tap him for this album means it can never really rise above like medium as far as like enjoyment level. It's like I would have almost rather had Rob Duke sing on this.
Oh, damn, it's saying something.
Well, and like, look, and I don't hate him either, but I think his voice is pretty one-dimensional. But there's an intensity that I think would have been that he brings that would have been nice on this record, to be perfectly honest, and kind of fit also lyrically with kind of where Kerry went on this album. But yeah, so it's a mixed bag, I think, but overall kind of a disappointment. I mean, like they're going out and they're doing some dates, but I'm not like, oh man, we got to see Kerry King band. I'm just, so it's an all right album. I think I'm going to still, give it another chance, but it's not a major record for me. It's an album I'm going to forget.
Yeah. Throw it on the heap.
Yeah. there are a couple of recent albums I want to touch on that are great, and I'll take a couple minutes on those. And they're both really embracing that oh God, first wave black metal. One, it's just came out. Interceptor, their album Tales of Mayhem. It is like perfect Venom worship. I mean, there are songs where you're like, which Venom? You would be like, which Venom album is this off? I don't remember this song because it's that close.
Oh wow.
And they're young guys. They're on the East Coast. I think that's right. But yeah, Interceptor, rad, really fun. I don't think you have to be reinventing the wheel to be like quality metal. It's like, look, if you want to dress up and pretend to be Venom and make a Venom record, basically, okay, I'll take it. I liked it a lot. And also Hell Butcher. Hell Butcher's self-titled debut. This band is carrying on from Niflheim, and sonically it's the same. It's two guys from Niflheim, and including the vocalist and frontman, Hell Butcher. So it's I would call it Niflheim Part 2, and it's just ripping blackened speed metal. A few months ago, the video for the song Sword of Wrath came out, and it was like, holy shit, this is like the most metal thing I've ever seen. It was incredible, right? Just blowing my mind. I don't know if it's song of the year, but definitely video of the year is amazing. You know what I'm talking about. You saw that when it came out.
No.
What? I thought I sent that to you.
If you sent it to me, yeah.
Well, hop off the call. Well, when you get off the call, watch it and be like, holy shit. But yeah, it's a great album. Everybody go listen to that. It's Hell Butcher. It's great. Anyway, I know you're not feeling very well. And so why don't I'm just going to talk about some of the shows that we're going to be hitting in the next week and a half. And take a couple minutes to do that. And then we'll wrap up for today. Okay?
All right.
So the 4th of July, I am going to be attending Cess Fest number 4. It is they do it the 4th of July every year, but it's the first time I'm attending. But it's an all-day metal and punk thing. It's going to be Millions of Dead Cops are headlining. Local death metal gods, Petrification are on the bill. Sidewalk Slam are kind of they're like a crossover street punk band. They're the folks organizing it. It's going to be a bunch of other bands. There's going to be live wrestling as well. It should be a lot of fun. If you're in Portland, Oregon, hit that up. July 6th, you and I are going to the High Watermark. That's this coming Saturday to see some power metal. Silver Talon, local guys, ex-Spellcaster guys. Hi, Bryce. And Anubis, who are from LA, and they're sort of a thrash power metal band. That should be cool. And another local band, Full Metal Jackson, which is metal interpretations of Michael Jackson songs. That should be a hoot. And we're going to have what's that?
That should be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be at the High Watermark, July 6th. And then the following week, we've got another doubleheader. Friday at July 12th at the Hawthorne Hideaway, we're going to see Manthus and our pals Atomic Terror.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then the following night, back to the High Watermark for one of Jason's action movie metal nights. And this is a John Carpenter night. All the bands will be playing to clips from John Carpenter films. So Blade are headlining. I don't remember what film they're going to be playing to. I should have looked that up. Maybe I have the handbill right here. Vamp for a second.
I don't have the ump for it this time, but yeah.
Yeah, I got the handbill right here. Yay. Okay, so Action Movie Metal Night, July 13th at the High Watermark. And so Blade will be playing to Assault on Precinct 13, which
All
which
right.
is awesome. That's a great film. Crossover thrash band Death Blow, who are awesome, will be performing to They Live. Washington's Command with a K, who are like total, like, gee, you like Slayer and Creator? They totally rip. And of course, they're going to be performing to The Thing, and Washington's Vulderry, who are a vampire-themed thrash band, will be performing along with whatever John Carpenter's Vampires, the one with James Woods.
What was it, James Woods?
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have that is gonna be an incredible night. We are gonna see our boys in Blade, and a lot of the pals are gonna be there. It's gonna be awesome.
That sounds like a ball.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes, we're gonna have a dope time, and yeah, this summer is just ruling already. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up for today. Hopefully next week you'll be feeling better, well rested. It's okay. Look, I know the kids just bring germs home, so it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's just what we do sometimes. But yeah, so we're just gonna bail, and until next time, don't be a pile of garbage. Have fun. Be good to your buddies. I gotta come up with something good.
We gotta get it out, man.
Okay, I'm done.